to Liberia, where the drums still play my song. Take me back to my homeland. It's the place where I belong.
LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.
I'm speaking to my Unity Party brothers and sisters. You all need to stop what you're doing. There are people that came with the Unity Party. The president realized that they mean well. But somehow, some of you people in the Unity Party believes that every government job belongs to you. I'm telling you now. That somehow this person should not be over there because it's too strategic. Yeah, this is what you people are doing. That person is supposed to be there. If you're not undermining them, you are sending people to them. They are insulting them. They are tarnishing their reputation. They are undermining them. When 2029 comes, we want to make friends. I've been disrespected, cussed out for 2 years, insulted, lied upon, over and over, sabotage. I ain't ready to talk yet. I told you I ain't get no allotment since no third quarter, no fourth quarter to the procurement process. Another idiot they call Gaizon Reed wrote something stupid because he doesn't understand. No wonder why Gaizon Reed is stupid. He thinks I should go lobby with the budgetary committee. Over 400 million was added to the budget for 2026. From 800 million to 1.2 billion. That constitutes over 400 million added to the budget. Not a dime was given to LBS. The $45 million that was being pushed around again, we were told to wait. And at the end of the day, what happened? $0. Some individuals within the Unity Party will have to calm down a little. You did not win this election on your own. And the government may be a Unity Party government, but you need other people to work with you and to help you. And everybody that is not a UP person that has an institution is disrespected by your partisans, most of them. Insulted on a daily basis. If you continue on this note, you will have problems in the future. It's politics. People came to help you. People are working with you. Respect them.
As per our rule in the Constitution, Article 38, that gave us the right to form our rules. There is something there for expelling or suspending lawmaker on cause. If that process is followed, I can vote again on about Kolba. But under this particular circumstances, whatever you see parading on Facebook, I'm going to town on Sunday evening after here. And by Monday, I'm going to be on the ground at the Capitol building. I'm going to follow up. If that is true, that listing was posted, I want to know who signed that. And that is something I'm going to follow up. So I'm saying to you that whatever you see on Facebook, I'm not seeing it. I'm here, so I don't know what is that. So I will say that is not me on the basis of that.
But have you signed any document relative to
Honorable Kolba? No.
I always say, forget about the past. Don't cause the darkness. Turn the light on. We hear a lot of criticism from people, but don't mind them. They don't live here. We live here. We know what we want for our people. When you are walking a long distance and you have a lot of dogs barking at you, if you stop to throw rocks at each dog, you will not reach. Just move on, move on. Our job is...
What troubles me is to hear a sitting vice president, Joseph Baka, and his men trying to tear our country apart. We are a post-conflict nation. Our peace is fragile. What we need to do is to reconcile and bring our people together. Not to separate us, not to divide us, not to destroy this country anymore. Joe used to be my friend. He too might have been a friend of Brumsky when I came home. since he decided to run for the presidency, I don't think Joe and I have agreed on much. But there's one thing I agree with him about. No Congo man should be president of Liberia again. But there's another side of that story, Joe. No countryman should be president of Liberia either. What Liberia needs today is a true Liberian who is most qualified to lead our country.
To Crime Time Conversation, where the truth speaks and the people listen. From Cape Town to Maryland, from Nimba to Monrovia, the future calling Liberia. When the voices of the people start to rise, you can see the truth within their eyes. Too many years of struggle and pain, still the people dancing in the rain. But hope is growing in the land tonight, a new vision coming into sight. A servant leader walking with the crowd, speaking truth, humble but proud. This is Crime Time Conversation, talking about the nation's transformation. From the villages to the city life, Liberia searching for what is right. Education for every girl and boy, healthcare bringing hope and joy. A stronger future we can see for every Liberian family. Hear the farmers calling from the field, waiting for the harvest that the land can yield. Technology knocking at the nation's door, young minds ready to explore. Electric power shining through the night, security standing for what is right. The economy rising for everyone, a new chapter has begun. This is Crime Time Conversation, voices of a rising generation. Agriculture feeding every home, no more hunger, no more roam. From Cape Town to Maryland shore, the people say we must do more. From Nimba Hills to Monserrado streets, the future and the people lead. Now the people talking in the marketplace about a man who walks at steady pace, a leader with a vision for the land, reaching out with a helping hand. From humanitarian work to leadership call, standing strong when the people fall, talking about dignity, justice and trust, serving the nation because he must. Not for power, not for fame, but to lift Liberia's name. A vision rising clear and bright, leading the nation toward the light. Oh, Liberia, hear the cry. Let the children reach the sky. When the people stand as one, the victory has begun. The conversation starts tonight, speaking truth and shining light. Together we can build again for the daughters and the sons. This is Crime Time Conversation, voices of a hopeful nation. Education, health and peace, let the nation struggle cease. With strong leadership guiding the way, Liberia rising day by day. From every county hear the call, a better future for us all. Where Liberia speaks, the conversation continues.
Okay,
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Primetime Conversation on KEAR Radio 95.9. I'm your host, Dr. Pearson, and I have in studio with me my good friend and brother Jefferson Weir. How you doing, Jefferson?
Yes, Doctor. Yes, I'm okay. Back. I think it's from you, right? Yeah. You hear me now?
Yes, oh yeah, you good.
Yes, I'm okay. I'm doing pretty good. Today is Thursday, as a matter of fact. Yeah, but I'm sure that I'm okay. Yeah.
Awesome. And we have with us Lavetta Davis, our news anchor. She's going to be giving us the news update before she leaves us. Lavetta, welcome to the show tonight.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. How you doing?
I'm good, Lavetta. So it's all yours as you give us our news update on the primetime conversation, LIB Future TV, and in partnership with KEAR Radio 95.9 in Monrovia, Liberia.
All right, good evening and welcome to LIB Future TV News Update with me, Lavetta Davis. Cummings' presidency is tools for change, not power, unveils jobs creation. ANC leader Alexander Cummings said his presidential ambition is about change, not power, stating that the office is the means to achieve that. He pledged strategic investments and job creation, citing Ghana and the Gambia as models. Cummings criticized Liberia's slow electricity expansion, stressing the need for government to invest in electricity. Salif rebukes Vice President Coons' remarks, rejects more legislative seats, decries Monrovia's field. Former President Helen Johnson Sirleaf has sharply criticized a recent development, rejecting proposals for additional legislative seats, condemning Vice President Jeremiah Kwankun's comments on concession companies, and lamenting Monrovia's sanitation. Reacting to calls for more legislative seats, Sirleaf said, "We don't need more seats, we need jobs. Let those already elected fulfill their responsibility." On Monrovia's condition, she stated, "This city is filthy. Cleaning should be both a job opportunity and a civil duty." Salif also rebuked Vice President Coons' recent remarks on corruption in concessions, calling them foolish and dangerous. Speaking on a talk show, she said by saying everybody can steal is like covering up for those companies and shying away from the fight against corruption and holding leaders accountable. A good leader should never speak in such a manner. Creative Slam Finance Minister demand private sector growth for investment. Critics called the finance minister clueless and demanded a private sector growth to attract billions for infrastructure, saying 20 years of IMF spring meetings left Liberia the fourth poorest nation. They blasted a $20 million IMF loan for climate and pandemic use, urging cuts to wasteful spending like $51 million each for the legislature and a yellow machine ministry. With debt to GDP above 50%, they noted 85% of roads remain unpaved and electricity below 35% despite 2.5 billion borrowed. They want debt only for economic infrastructure and reforms to maximize billions from gold, oil, iron ore, and other resources. However, in a recent interview, Alexander Cummings analyzed the budget, saying it overspends on recurring expenses and salaries while allocating too little direct spending to the Liberian people. Puerto-Man's takeover sparks controversy as government surfer star back Planet One. Controversy has erupted over the Puerto Iron Ore project after documents revealed the government of Liberia and Russian minor Severstar-backed Planet One as successor operator, despite objections from a local consortium and communities. In an April 22 letter, Atima's minister, Eudora Blay Pritchard, approved the transfer under Section 22.4 of the MDA. A Severstad, in a March 12 letter, called Liberian-led arm the less advanced bidder, citing its general non-bidding offer, lack of proof of funds, and incomplete due diligence. UN promises new approach to give Liberia's youth role in programs. With 3 in 4 Liberians under 35 UNDP residents, Representative Aliyo Mamando Adar told 50-plus youth leaders last week the agency had not listened enough and is changing its approach. Youth said they need tools, money, space, training, mentorship, and access, not just encouragement. That admitted UNDP will be irrelevant if youth don't feel its impact, noting programs often treat them as beneficiaries, not decision makers. Health Ministry reviews immunization amid funding coverage concerns. The Health Ministry and partners launched the annual expanded program on immunization review in Zuaju to assess 2025 and Q1 2026 performances, with a second phase set for Kakata. Deputy Minister Malaya Tamar, speaking for Minister Louis Poto, urged the policy discussions to lead to real healthcare improvements. All 15 counties are evaluating progress, gaps, and 2026 priorities. California Assembly honors Liberian rights advocate Adama Dempster. The California State Assembly honored Liberian human rights advocate Adama Dempster Sunday for 18-plus years of service in transitional justice, peace building, and accountability. Lawmakers recognized him during an official flow section following a recommendation by criminal justice advocate Dr. Jemina Land. A Slipway community breaks ground for water project, honors Ambassador Poto. Slipway community broke ground Wednesday for a safe drinking water initiative led by climate change Ambassador Stephen Autry Poto. The project will build 2 modern water points to address long-standing access challenges. Community leaders and residents praised the intervention as timely. West African bankers meet in Monrovia to tackle raising bad loans. West African banking leaders, regulators, and policymakers opened a WABA 79th Executive Council meeting Tuesday under the theme Safeguarding a Banking Sector Stability. Regional responses to non-performing performing loans. WABA's president, Dr. Gar Laurent, called NPLs a major threat to resilience, urging harmonized regulations, stronger credit risk systems, and faster debt recovery. Central Bank of Liberia Governor Henry F. Samuel and WABA's director Dr. Bowman S. Kamara attended. And former Liberia President Helen Johnson Sirleaf calls for judicial reform to address Liberia's land crisis. Former President Helen Johnson Sirleaf urged government to establish a robust and responsive judicial system to handle disputes across the country. Speaking on the Truth Breakfast show, the former President Helen Johnson Sirleaf warned that unresolved conflicts over land threaten the country's peace and stability. According to her, land disputes have become one of the most persistent sources of tension in communities across Liberia, often leading to violence, displacement, and prolonged litigation. She stressed that the judiciary must be equipped, independent, and efficient to resolve land cases with speed and fairness. According to Madam Sirleaf, many Liberians are trapped in disputes that last for years due to failed judicial system. She urged the government to prioritize judicial reforms, including specialized land courts, a better training for judges, and enforcement of rulings to restore public confidence in the legal system. My name is Lovecta Davis. I presented the latest news updates on LIB Future TV.
Thank you, Lovetta, for the news update. It was a pleasure having you on the show tonight. Like I do usually would do before I let you go, do you care to give us your insight on any of the news items that pick your interest tonight, Lovetta?
All of the news are interesting, but the one that I'm really interested in is the one that has to do with the former president talking about, the city is filthy. Cleaning should be both a job opportunity and civil duty. I think that this is, a good one. We need to work together to ensure that we have a green city. Yep. And another one that I'm interested in is the story that has to do with Slipway community breaks ground for water project. We are in a dry season. Some of us that live in the heart of the city in Monrovia, the water business is really a problem. So yeah, I like that initiative carried on by that person.
Thank you, Lovetta. It's a pleasure having you tonight. Thanks for your service to country, like I always say. Please get them safe and safe travel. Make sure you put your phone in your bag. Someone got a megaphone today, like brother. Megaphone. Make sure you hold your bag. But get them safe, man. And thank you for today, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, Jefferson, is going to be two of us here riding this thing up until 9 p.m. today.
Yeah, sure. As usual, we will be here until 9 o'clock tonight. Yeah, so it promises to be a good one, as a matter of fact.
So tell us, what piqued your interest in the news tonight, on the news update tonight?
Well, as you I will always say, these are things that we talk on a daily basis here in the morning hours, and we follow these happenings. So we are familiar with all of these stories, and we've talked against this the establishment of additional seats or districts. From 73 now to 89, seats especially. So I mean, it's giving. What is the benefit? So Madam Salif being, we normally Liberians refer to her as a political guru, godmother of Liberian politics, who understands all of these political, happenings. So she's calling for, in fact, what she's talking about, that why not, push for more seats to be given to women in politics, in parliament, rather than looking for new seats to establish new new districts, just to enrich all of people, because it is obviously for other people to come and get rich, while the ordinary people continue to suffer. So she's talking about this, and these are things we talked over and over and over. But few lawmakers who sometimes some of them in their districts they're not doing anything. So they say maybe the district too big, so they want to share it and have it. So that is one thing. And the filthiness of the city. This is something that under Mayor John Siafa, this Unity Party government has failed to clean the city. Siafa has failed miserably. The city is filthy. Go down Walasa now. What is so big about taking the dirt from down there? Walasa. It is, this has been a national anthem we've sung over and over and over, but nothing. We've said these things over, but it's just filthy. So, well, we look forward to seeing what will happen. But on a serious note, the government has failed and the state has failed. The last thing is what Madam Sadi spoke about is the issue that has to do with land, the judicial reform, land dispute, land business in this country. And she said it right. People will just stay in the diaspora for years, for decades. By the time they come, imagine Dr. Pearson is in Liberia. He has lived on this, spot or this soil, this land for years, over 20 years. He has developed it and built, established his family there. Somebody who just come from the blue sky and said, when my father was living in 1927, he bought this land. And the court will have nothing. They will not even look into it. They will just, go, oh, yeah, okay, where the D? Yeah, okay, and go to your land. And that's something she said which really interests me a lot. Yeah.
Yep. And you made some very good points. And, on the issue about the adding more seats, did you know that there was something I call the Big Four in the House of Representatives, which is Monserrado, Nimba, Lofa, and Pond County. They will hold at least 52.8% of all the votes in the House of Representatives.
Yeah.
So imagine you got 15 counties and just 4 of them have 52.8% of the vote cast on the House floor.
Yeah.
So if those 4 counties collaborate and they say, gentlemen, that hold the floor, floor in the House.
Yeah.
So we mean they can win anybody from that?
They can decide. They will be deciding the fate of the nation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. For those who just are joining us, let us since Jefferson brought it up, let me just say, so the Monserrado will have 20 seats. That will make it 22.5% of the House vote. Nimba will have 11 seats. That will make it 12.4% of the votes. Pond County will have 9 seats, make it 10.1% of the vote. Lofa 7 seats, 7.9% of the vote.
Yeah.
Magibi 6 seats, 6.7% of the vote. Grand Bassa 6 seats, 6.7% of the votes. And I can call the rest of the 9 counties will have only 30 seats, is 33.7% of the votes in the House. Yeah, that's interesting to me, though. That's very interesting to me. So Monserrado get additional 3 seats. Nima get additional 2 seats. Pond County get additional 2 seats. Lofa get additional 2 seats. Magidi get additional 1 seat. Grand Bassa get additional 1 seat. And the other, all the other county put all of them together. Group all of them together and they get 5 seats. After all got divided, they think, my man, I know they say they're doing it per population and they kind of for it and stuff like that. But let us not forget now. Listen, the Constitution may provide for it, but the Constitution, it's a document that can be outlived. For example, 1986, that Constitution was put into place by the PRC government after they became why from military rule to civilian rule.
Yeah.
So now that we've had at least over 20 plus years of governing ourselves, what is it in the country that we can look at now and revise to bring it up to standard? Because there are some things in that constitution that cannot serve us.
Yeah,
to continue to improve. For me, I'm very worried to have 4 counties having 53% of the vote in the House of Representatives. Now that the guidance say everything they're doing now about numbers.
Imagine.
The men challenging down to the judicial branch of government, challenging the Constitution, and they say anything they do now are politics and numbers. So do we want a country where 4 counties dominate the entire House of Representatives and have the past budget, have the past laws and everything, and other counties can't do anything unless you can live with the 4 counties? These are things we got to look at critically. It's not just about implementing laws. It's about doing the right thing so that the country is understood to be functioning properly. Let's run the country on a proper basis. We want to say thank you all for joining us. Those who are joining us, say thank you. These are critical times in our country. We want critical minds. And let us encourage ourselves as Liberians and to keep a critical mind on things as they are developing. Tonight, what is on the menu? I know, Jefferson, I followed you this morning. You know, I was going to work, I was driving to work, and then I said, let me just see what's going on in KEAR Radio. I put myself, I saw you this morning, and
Oh wow.
I was shocked. And you know, I've been talking about New Gloria, you know, and I know they've been a bastard man in the
Oh,
studio.
mama yo. Wow. Love that one basa ma ke ni po basa mu.
Okay, I'm winning your way, are you?
Book with boss wo.
I'm not bastard man. I just know small bastard. I still ain't bastard.
I know, right?
My brother, man, it's a pleasure, man. Look, and I follow you this morning. I was listening to your family history, and you're talking about how your father is from where? From
Bassa.
Bassa.
From Grand Bassa, Bicano
Your
City.
mother is from Lofa.
Lofa, yeah.
Man, but then you don't hold the ground here. Now you hold, man, you whether job we are when you still get position, whether power, you still get position. You leaning two sides.
Yeah.
Man, it was good that I heard about your history, man. That was nice.
I know. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So we look at Daniel Sando, the Deputy Minister for Information. Daniel Sando made some statements, and I want to look at. And you know, I think his statements were cross-cutting. So once we cover his statement, we'll cover almost everything we want to cover today because we want to look at Yeka Koruba situation again. I saw you interviewing Yeka Koruba.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know, I heard you talking to him. I said, Yeka Koruba, where are we now with the whole thing? He said, well, the justice in Chima reserve ruling, right?
The reserve ruling, yeah. The reserve ruling.
So I think you want Kaba want to go consult the other judges or what?
Yeah, I guess so. Because the respondents they did their return, the father returned today, and several things they cited. So in fact they are praying the court that issue, you know, throw the case out, or to just, you know, how they call it. That's what I want to use for but that's what they want. Yeah.
Anyway, you're not lawyer, so no problem.
The boy is just my hair boy is sleeping. Yeah.
And then why my man was at it the few days, Daniel Sando, Madam Ellen Johnson made some startling remarks today, some very, very strong remarks today. And also cut across what Daniel Sando was saying. So we'll look at that. And then we look at Yeka call about Daniel Sando, and then we call it at night. But you know, don't forget now we gotta open the lines tonight, right? As usual, in the prime time a conversation for our callers to call in and get that scratch card. And this is how it's gonna work. You want to explain it for them, Jefferson?
Yeah. So if you're listening again, so this is what you do. We will announce the last 4 digits on every recharge card. So just pay attention. Every card, we will not announce it over and over. I will just do it one time. So by the time we announce the last 4 digits, so at the end of the once we're taking calls now, then when you call and make your point, then we'll ask you, call the last 4 digits of any of the cards. The one you remember, once you call it, you win yourself a dollar scratch card. That's how it is.
Well, that's how it's gonna be. You call in at the time you're supposed to call. When we open the lines, when you get the last 4 digits of any of the scratch card, we'll call on the show. Throughout the show tonight, you win that card. So we'll be calling the numbers in between the show. So Jefferson, for those who join us early, can you call 2 numbers, at least two of the scratch card numbers, the last 4 digits?
Yes, sure. So let me call the last 4 for those of you who just joined. So we get 6084.
6084. 6084. Thank you, Jefferson. So 6084 is the first scratch card for tonight. Can you call the other one? One more.
Yeah, then we have 6391.
6391. 6391. All right, so that's the first 2 scratch cards that are out there. 6084, 6391. All right, so if you can call those when we open the lines and you can remember those numbers, you probably might win yourself a scratch card. All right. So let's go into the first segment of our conversation tonight. Jefferson, I'm about to play a statement from our Deputy Information Minister Daniel Sando. Daniel Sando got during a regular press briefing, he made some remarks that impacted the Yega Koruba case, impacted whether the city is dirty, impacted freedom of speech, impacted the press. Yeah. So that from Daniel Sando, and then from there we're discussing briefly. And for saying you in the press, I'll be asking you some questions. Let me hear what you say concerning Daniel Sando. Okay, viewers, if you follow us, yes, Daniel Sando. If you're on the radio, KEAR FM 95.9, you will be hearing him. You will not be seeing him. If you're on any of our social media feeds, KCN TV, Clarence Pearson, my Facebook page, LIB Future TV, Facebook page, YouTube page. If you on any of those platforms, you'll see this video live.
From the removal of former Speaker Snow to the removal of Tyler. So why again? The removal of Kofa, the legislature has repeatedly relied on their rules. The Supreme Court has not declared that rule unconstitutional. That tells you that it is in conformity with the Constitution. So if they took an action against their colleagues, which is constitutional, and you as a media entity, all you can do is say dictatorship is on the rise. The question the public must be asking the editor who wrote that story is, how has the expulsion of one member of the legislature amounts to dictatorship? Maybe they don't know what dictatorship is. They need to go to New Democrats, Daily Observer, and ask them what is it like to be a dictatorship. Those used outright will tell you the story of their experience on the junta led by Sandra Gould. You think it will have dictatorship and you'll be writing that article you're writing? You will not. But because the democratic space is available, the information ecosystem in Liberia is level. So you can write everything, but before you write, before you are a journalist, you are a Liberian. Talk less of you trying to measure another country. What do you do about saying? Okay, you are Liberian, you want to write to say my country is dirty, all right. You know, so go write anything about the country. But you are operating within another jurisdiction. And you are saying something that is totally misleading and false about a sister of the country. You know what you're doing there? Only because you do not value the profession, you do not care to know whether the story is balanced and accurate. You don't care to even evaluate what you're putting out. All you want to do is write. Because you are from page Africa. Whether it makes sense or not, you want to write. But somebody very naturally will ask you, Mr. Editor, how has the removal of Yeke Koruba from the House amounts to dictatorship? How? It is left with you. If your people have become an auxiliary of the opposition, that's fine. That's fine. Just know that you are ruining your reputation. In fact, you are ruining that reputation. Nobody's going to take you seriously. When you write those kind of things and just throw it out there and think it's just garbage in, garbage out. And nobody will come questioning.
Jefferson, they got to talk plenty. But, you know, and the people of Liberia listening to us out there, let me say this. All of you in the diaspora in Liberia right now, tonight, following this show, Daniel Sando supposed to be the Deputy Minister for Information at the Ministry of Information. It used to be culture and tourism, but now, and I guess it's just information and culture now. They took the tourism from there. So, look, he said a lot of things. First of all, he got into the issue of the House of Representatives, right? And according to him, he says the Supreme Court has never considered the rules of the House of Representatives illegal or or nullify the rules of the House of Representatives. But Jefferson, I don't think we've been talking about anything about the rules of the House of Representatives being illegal. I think we've been talking about how they're executing their rules, correct? Whether they're following their own rules.
Yeah. That's all we've been talking. We haven't said that their rules are illegal, no.
Right. So I'm not sure where Donald Sanders is going with this, minister. I don't even want to call him minister, but I will do it just for respect. But I'm not sure where the minister is going with this, because first of all, I don't think anyone is questioning whether the rules of the House of Representatives has an issue. In fact, the last time when Speaker Kofa went in the Supreme Court to handle a case, it was the Supreme Court that said, as we see your rules, but to some extent your rules does not speak to certain issues that you want me to address for you. So go back and strengthen your rules to address some of those issues. All right. And then with the Yaka Koruba case, I think the issue again is going to be your rules are there, but you may not be following your rules. And there are some aspect of the rules, the way in which you want to twist it will not be legitimate under the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. Because, for instance, the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia has its own definition for what due process of law is, right? So if the Constitution says this is what due process of law is, and in addition to what the Constitution says, if there are precedent cases where the Supreme Court has defined what due process of the law is, then you can just jump from nowhere and come and redefine due process outside of the law. And those are the things that we're talking about. So I'm not sure what it said that he was concerned about, that we move Speaker Kofa, we move what his name said, Edwin Snow.
Yeah.
So because all of those people were removed in the past, so
and the Supreme Court did not say anything. Yeah, so
that is a lie too, Jefferson. That is a lie.
It's a blatant lie.
Because I recall when I was in Liberia, when Snow was being removed, the guys did it illegally, and the Supreme Court told them that they did it illegally. And in fact, they're sitting where they were sitting outside of the jurisdiction that they're supposed to be sitting was illegal. They had to come back and do the right thing.
Some of them went conference center, and other people went outside, and then some went the pavilion.
Yeah. And so they had to come back again. They had to do this thing. They got to go back again and have Snow to resign. To step down, step aside, right? And then they went and did the right thing. So I don't think it's about what are their rules, because Article 38 of the Constitution gave the House of Representatives and the Senate the right to make rules, to make their rules. But at the end of the day, the rules should comply with the Constitution.
Yeah.
So we say don't have your rules. We don't have problem with your rules, but if you're not implementing your rules properly, then you got to go back and do it right. So again, let me make a lot of clarity for those who are following us, because we got our special group that follow us on the primetime conversation. So let me make this clear. Speaker Kofa case, the Supreme Court was very clear. You cannot have the sitting speaker in country and holding session, and you don't go to the regular session, official session, you go downstairs and you want to go hold your own session. The Supreme Court was clear, saying your whole session, anything you do there is ultra variance. It's now illegal. It's outside of your authority, outside the jurisdiction. And for them to get it right, their own regime speaker that they put in power, he had to pretend that he no longer speaker. He stepped down, went to the regular session, and he voted like any regular representative and became a speaker in the regular session. Correct, Jefferson?
Sure, of course.
So which means they were wrong, and everything that they were considered null and void. So I'm not sure what he's talking about here. The Supreme Court has been very consistent, all right, and what they want. And another thing he mentioned had to do with, he called Samuel Doe junta government. Talking about freedom of speech, he considered Samuel Doe regime to be junta government. I don't think a lot of people would take kindly to that. We understand that yes, Samuel Doe came to power with the power of the guns, the PRC stamp, but he transitioned from a military government to a civilian government, correct? In 1985, elections that were held. Some people say elections were not free and fair, but well, the man said he had an election, he won the election, he became president, right? With them, in fact, the man was the one who led the constitution that govern us today.
Yeah, sure.
Right? That make us to have a legitimate laws that we consider the Constitutional Republic of Liberia. 1986 was under Samuel Kanyando. So it was a civilian government after then. Well, he said he had a lot of things to say. I don't think a lot of people agree with him on certain things. Yeah, Liberia is not perfect.
That's just Sando. That's just the medical Sando there.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you put you in serious position. You got a lot of information on your hands. You know, you can say anything you want to say.
But he's even speaking like a detector. So yeah, I don't know how but he's even speaking like a detector. Yeah.
All right, but my man, you can't accuse the man of everything. The man trying to accuse a friend of too.
No, I'm just saying that he's speaking like a detector. Yeah. Yeah.
So the man said under Samuel Doe regime, people they didn't have freedom of speech. Yeah, no, to some extent, he's right though, because under Samuel Doe regime, we had Decree 88A, right?
Yeah.
And we had the laws on sedition. Like there are certain things you cannot say against the government, and then they'll hold you, and then they will deal with you concerning that. In fact, I think when Manuel Ellen Johnson came to power, we repealed our penal law, remove sedition from our penal law, and then not only that, but the Camara Act was passed, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Camara,
for press freedom.
Yeah, on press
freedom of speech, right? So so of course, under Madam Ellen, some changes were made to demonstrate that Liberia was progressing from. So I can understand why Samuel Doe would have been harsh when it comes to speech as a military coming out of a military government. So Daniel may have some points there, but I don't think it was that blanket way to put it, like Samuel Doe. And now, when he talk about Samuel Doe, then I want to remind Daniel Sando, when people are saying that this government is not tolerant when it comes to how people speak, I want to remind him. Let me show him some of the things that happened under him, so maybe you can see what we're talking about. That's our right, and we will march. Arresting us will not keep our voice silent. Arresting us will not keep our voice silent. Well, Daniel Sano say about that. Is that Samuel Doe?
Yeah.
Is that Samuel Doe regime?
And that's what dictatorship talks about, using the police or the military to stifle the opposition. Yeah, that's what it talks about.
So you see, that's the thing about governance and leadership. You know, you cannot lie when you're governing.
Yes.
In governance, you can't govern by lying, because there's no way you can cover up lies. Because whatever you do to the people is going to be glaring, it's going to be in public view, people are going to be seeing what's going to be happening, and there's no way you can cover those things up.
Yeah,
there's no way you can cover those things up. Let me show you this one again, this other one here.
I'm speaking to my Unity Party brothers and sisters. You all need to stop what you're doing. There are people that came with the Unity Party. The president realized that they mean well. But somehow, some of you people in the Unity Party believes that every government job belongs to you. I'm telling you now. That somehow this person should not be over there because it's too strategic. Yeah, this is what you people are doing. That person is supposed to be there. If you're not undermining them, you are sending people to them. They are insulting them. They are tarnishing their reputation. They are undermining them. When 2029 comes, you want to make friends. I've been disrespected, cussed out for 2 years.
So that's the director for the state-owned broadcasting system telling you that something is wrong, fundamentally wrong. Right? So you want to be information minister trying to present a case that the government is not clamping down on freedom of speech, is not violating the rights of citizens so that they have the right to peacefully talk and do what they want to do, to express themselves to the government. But yet instead there are evidence of those tendencies. Jefferson, what do you think?
But exactly, and they are all over. They are visible. In fact, you can see the recent one is the most. The most recent one is the students' protest. That was a complete form of dictatorship. You suppress the students from doing what they should have done, what was right. Now you charge them, you arrested them and put them in jail. You release them the next day with no charges. But why did you arrest them? Why did you imprison them? So another form again is silencing the voices of your critics, like the likes of Prophet Key, put him behind bars for 6 months. You say the man is talking loosely. The man, then you now want to silence a lawmaker who is a serious critic, and in fact who brought you to power, but he's a serious. So when did Daniel Sano get to know all of these things? Because I heard him talking about, and they're not into this, and the judiciary they get, but he made it to, he sat on Prime FM and told the Liberian people that we remove him. Is he a legislator?
Yeah.
He's not a legislator. He is an appointee of President Boakai, a deputy minister to that effect. So
in different branch of government.
Different branch of government. You are not part of the legislature, but we remove him. You and who may we? I mean, so it's just this kind of thing. And he said that you're talking about, oh, you the press, you can just read anything you won't go read, you can balance the story. When did he get to know? He said now that Daniel Sano wants the press to balance story.
Wait, don't go too deep there. Don't go too deep. Don't go too deep there. What's about the way?
We have taken the government. It's our right. And we will march. Arrest you will not keep our voice silent. Arrest you will not keep our voice silent.
The trigger. Shit, take him off it. The trigger. Shit, my fish.
Proud to be a part of that.
I listen to you, founder. My name is Delton Dore, and I report for Flames TV Africa Internationally. I listen to you when you talk about Liberian students now not wanting to go by the rules and order. Who was your comment directed to today? Just to take you on the flip side, today the Student Unification Party stage of protest in the country. What was your message when you talk particularly about students now willing to abide by the school rules and all of that?
Well, I said Liberia has produced a carefree society. A society where...
Daniel Sano will get carefree society. I mean, before the Unity Party chairman, you get carefree society now. But again, now you know, let's take it further. So, look, Daniel Sano, when you want to say that the government is not clamping down on freedom of speech, then students should be able to demonstrate and express themselves and tell you that they're dissatisfied with how you're governing them. People like Yaga Korba should be able to talk and move freely in society. People like Amara Kone should be able to say something on the floor, defending his own views, and get no threat from Unity Party people or partisan or alliance members to want to investigate him or get rid of him. People that Samuel Jara then should be able to say what they want to say and don't have people going after them and saying we're going to look, get at you. We shouldn't be having these things. Now, yeah. I heard Daniel Sano calling Front Page Africa.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Imagine today.
I know he said that pay newspaper opposition newspaper or whatever the case is, the newspaper compromise. Journalists are now giving fair information. They're giving misleading information, false information. What's in the same Daniel Sano then who are running?
Yes.
Yeah, and they're on radio station, they are in Front Page Africa, then you're criticizing George Mane, we are government.
That's Daniel Sando right there.
I mean, it's not the same guys. So at the time that Front Page Africa used to be publishing their own paper, their own stories, then running with their own news and condemnation against the government.
They were good
right now, right?
Yeah, they were professional then, but today Rodney here is not a good editor. He's not a good journalist. Yeah, so any story he writes, once it is not in the interest of the government. Any media institution, once you carry a story that is not in the interest of the government, you critique the government, then it means you are a paid agent. Yeah. That's
so you answer that. Do you think the press is paid agent? Honestly tell me, you think you guys are paid agents?
No, we're just being critical. That's all. We go to the issue, we attack the issues. Not like Daniel Sano will talk loosely. Yeah.
But let me ask you again, because I know you're a journalist. You spend most of your day doing the people's work, right? Mm-hmm. You're serving the Liberian people. The people need to understand that you are making sacrifices for the country. Now you tell me now, let me not speak for you, but you speak for yourself. Why do you think it is important for the press to be neutral and critical also of the government to ensure that democracy is vibrant? Why do you think criticism is important? Defend yourself. Let me hear you defend yourself.
Yeah, here's the thing, and this is what many people see when we say these things. They see us as opposition journalists, but it's not the case. As it is always said, a journalist can destroy a nation and he can build the nation. I can sit behind this microphone and say something. For example, during the midterm election that brought Darius Dillon, Thomas Fowler, when it was announced that all citizens go to the headquarters, the CDC have won the senatorial election, the TIFA has won the election. Do you know what happened? That take a case study, Rwanda. It was just a statement from a journalist. It was just a statement. So I could sit behind this microphone. The information I will put out there to the public will spark tension. I just sit behind the microphone and say, in real now, I mean, the Guineans, for example, but Liberians, no Guineans there, are just saying something. Yeah. Yeah. So you don't hold me in contempt. So, go really. I mean, dozens of Guineans are there now. Or I just say, go to Black Gina. The Muslims, they've come out with machetes, you see there, and it will raise a serious tension. So, we have to be, the reason we're critical is because we want the government to do the right thing for the people. When you come to leadership and on the promises of, changing the lives of the people, and you are not fulfilling these things, we will remind you. Our being critical is a reminder to you of the things you said when you were in the campaign period. That is the reason we're critical. We're not critical because you're doing the right thing and we say, the things you're doing, they're not right. So no, we are reminding you because you owe the Liberian people, they implore you You promised them, you made a commitment. It was like, I mean, a bond that you signed. You made a commitment, promissory note. When I get this, I will do this. So if you fail to do that now, then we'll start reminding you. And other issues you're supposed to tackle, the bread and butter issues, one day, and we will remind you. When you start slipping, like what Daniel Sano is doing, we remind him. When did you know that Front Page Africa or the media was compromised? When did you know, Daniel Sando? When you were in opposition. So I will remind Daniel Sando now that even in this very government, when they had their retreat, I don't know, the retreat or convention, whatever they had, the Liberty Party, they came up with a press release. In fact, it was from that particular retreat, that convention, that he became the mouthpiece of the Liberty Party in this very administration. But that they came up with a release that they will be critical. In fact, when the government goes wrong, the Liberty Party will speak. But here we are, not a single press release ever since, with all of the things that have been happening, police brutality, the disregard for the rule of law, not a single press statement from the Liberty Party. You think Daniel Sanders will speak? He will not speak because he is the deputy mouthpiece of the government. So whether President Bouaka slips or not, he feels comfortable. So Daniel Sando, it is being critical is just to put you, to remind you, do what you promised the people. That's just it, Dr. Pearson.
So can we agree with Daniel Sando that the Monrovia is not dirty? The man said Monrovia is not dirty. But meanwhile, a few days ago, I think it was last week, I saw a guy. He's not a Liberian though.
Yeah.
But he's an influencer. He came to visit Liberia.
Yeah.
And so this guy was struck by the level of dirt he saw in Monrovia. And so he went live. He started to go live, to show the dirt.
Yeah.
And then I saw some Liberians try to jump on this guy to try to tell him to cut off the live, and he should not. And the guy saying, "But listen, I'm just doing my life. I'm trying to," and they try to jump. So do you agree with Daniel Sanders that Monrovia is not dirty?
So I'll just remind him before I correct him. Let me just remind him first. The first place this guy passed was on Macklin Street.
Yeah, Macklin Street. You're right.
They said that area was clean. So they ran under the post. Oh, the city clean. Then because he was pressing that part of the city. So then it wasn't bad. Only for him to have gone on Central Street and start to show the garbage in the middle of the city, where that area could be a recreational center, but it is now a garbage center, a filthy area. So now the man, the people who were there, the guys arrested the man and what have you. So he's telling people that around his house, Daniel Sano, maybe around his house is clean. That's why he said the city clean. But come in town, let him go down Waterside. Always referring to Waterside. Let him go there. Because Waterside is in the city, it's part of the city.
Yeah.
So let me go there and see what the city is.
No. Waterside is currently above to. Give me 2 more scratch cards there. Give me 2 more scratch cards. So what we do is I will call the last 4 numbers on the scratch card during the show. When we open the lines for people to call in, if you can remember any of those 4 numbers or any of the scratch cards, you win that scratch card. So yeah, call the scratch card for me. Call the last 4 numbers.
Yes. So the last 4 numbers we have 6255.
6255. 6255. Call one more again.
And we have 6124.
6124. 6124. All right. So that move on. So now Daniel Sando says Liberia is not dirty, right?
Yeah.
But now let's hear from Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, former president of the Republic of Liberia.
Yeah.
And former standard bearer of the United Party that is already in power under Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. President Bouaka served as vice president for 12 years.
Yeah.
And now she's almost like you would say the doyen of the United Party. She's the chief elder of the United Party. Let's hear what she has to say about it. About Monrovia. Is it dirty or is not dirty? Let's hear herself.
This city is filthy.
The city is filthy.
It's dirty. I drive through it from time to time and I'm ashamed. And frankly, more and more we are inviting international bodies to have meetings here, to join us in our national effort for the improvement of our country. And when they drive through our cities, they must leave from here and say so much terrible things about them. If the mayor were acting properly, instead of putting posters all over the country, you can't even see anything for all these big posters. We need to do something about cleaning the city. But it does more than just creating part-time jobs for them. It has to do with also responsibility of citizens. You can't just throw dirt around everywhere. For those who just have these structures that they build on the sidewalks and things, they need to be told how. They have the responsibility to help clean it up. And so that's something that I think we all must be concerned about. We can do much better.
So, Madam Ellie Jones, you say we can do much better. But I like how she posted though. She's a seasoned politician. She said the city is filthy, the city is dirty, and then and she put it this way. She said when we invite guests here, she said I myself now we try to bring people here to come and see the country. But so now we invite people in the country, we embarrass. And, she said now we see and we feel so embarrassed when people are riding with us. In the city. Then she went further to say that not only that, but people like Liberians themselves should take into consideration that we need to clean the city, right?
Yeah.
We need to clean the city. And she said, even if you have your little boot and things inside the road, keep it clean too, and you should be aware. But then she said people should start they set up the other must start hanging posters all over the place. But
and the poster can tell it. The poster can tell it the city. Of course, those posters can tell the streets.
So, well, Aaron Jones said he threw my minute today. All of them there, nobody been. I see people jumping all over the place on Facebook.
But Dr. Pearson, she spoke to she spoke to facts. Yeah, she spoke facts. Yeah. Because we were here during the Unity Part, during Madam Sally's 12 years, we saw how Mary Bro handled the city, not just Monrovia, but outside of Monrovia. We saw how she handled Monrovia. The city was clean. You will see Mary Bro all over. You will not see Mary Bro on Facebook. But this mayor is a Facebooker. Siafa is a Facebook mayor. You can see, the only time you see Siafa cleaning, if you want to see Siafa now, then one day he on Facebook, then he wants everybody to know that he is, part of that cleaning campaign. Like they want to just have it content, say all the communities will come around to come clean, another fiasco thing, just another for eating money. That's what they did that one, just to eat money. So he only found means where for him to raise some kind of money and get it enrich himself rather than cleaning the city. That's all he does. But the city is a fact. The city is filthy. Okay, the guy who was the Facebook, the influencer who was filming, right? He's not from Liberia. He's from a foreign land. It was a disgrace to see that kind of dirt. Shafa, that whole Central Street, man. There's a Central Street in the heart of the city. Then you get that kind of garbage there. And it's a shame and disgrace on the part of John Shafa, Mayor Shafa. It's a shame. So Madam Sally was right. She spoke facts. The city is filthy.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, but you can say Siafa didn't working because I saw some video today from the city corporation. They were collecting poor market from on the side of the road, putting the pickup bottom.
So when they tell your market, you go, you can get it again. You will getting it, you'll not get all. If they take 5 cell phones from you, you'll get 2.
I saw them today in the pickup bun. Picking up people we borrow with a market inside, picking up the cell phone, that the scratch card, the pass they can be having with the scratch card. Putting a pickup button. I said, wow. Meantime, man, energy on there on the city dead. You don't go pick up there, you go pick up the people we borrow with that. How would they survive? How they anyway, maybe they will say that people making the tag. You don't think so?
How? The people supposed to sell, no job. So the people selling, what do you expect? It is your right as they sell, you go in. every now and then clean the city. That's why you're there. The ordinance of the city is, a force within your purview. It is your right to do it. Keep the city clean. Say green and clean. What we don't have to clean city now.
Jefferson, I'm aware also that the Liberian poor, even though they may be doing the market, but they do pay for the cleaning of the places that they sell as well.
Yes, they take money from
people. They pay the taxes as well.
They pay for spots. When you're selling here, you pay for it. You go there, you gotta pay money. Every time they go and collect, just like even the marketing association, right? The LMA, right? Said right before us, this market right here. Every day per table, sometimes they can take 20, 40, 50. So on Saturdays, on Sundays, they take 75, 150 per table. But go and see how filthy the market is. See the bathrooms. So it's just us. The people pay money to these, people, the city government, but they don't maintain the ordinance of the city. They don't keep the city clean.
So Jefferson, as we're discussing about cleanliness and the arrest agenda tied down to sanitation as well, and then they say the tie sanitation to healthcare. So besides removing the dirt, and you in Monrovia, people jam you nowhere to pee. People jam you nowhere to poo. So I mean, it's the city mayor thing about putting public, decent public latrines and things around. Decent, even if not to toilets, but at least if people jam you, not to pee on the sidewalk on somebody's fence, but at least to. Are we doing anything in that direction, Jefferson?
For what? For what? The only time you see these things happening, Dr. Pearson, for example, if President Boakai is having a program here, there's a program here, and the president's supposed to come and spend some hours there, and there will be guests. So they will take this artificial, public latrine and just go set it there. They go set it there. But once that program ends, it finished. I mean, it is so embarrassing that offices at KEAR Radio, people will be passing. Oh, I beg you, I'm pressed. I'm Jim. Can I use your bathroom? Can I? But in a city where we're supposed to have someone will just run and just go use a public latrine. You can see public latrine. How many? Clay Street, the people themselves that have been there for rack of ages. City government. No, you can see. You can. I was listening when President Boakai went to the US recently when he had a town hall meeting, and this is where the deception can come from. Oh yeah, we're thinking on it. How they can say we're thinking on the president said, oh, we're thinking. So the lady asked, and in fact she raised a concern. When she came to Liberia, she had traveled, I think, to Nimba in the hinterlands, and along the road she could not see anything. So they had to use the bushes to go and ease themselves. So she raised that, and the president said, oh yes, we're thinking on that, and we'll do that. Man, that kind of thing again, that's only for you to think on. 3 years that you're supposed to be thinking on those kinds of things, that you're just supposed to have them, in place long time. Because people coming, you don't expect people to go. It's so shameful for people to come up KEAR Radio. Please, let us use your bathroom. Please let me, especially for females. Sometimes it's so embarrassing. But yeah, please let me use your bathroom. You have a government that is not even thinking about the health. People running. It's not right.
No, it's not right. It's not right. And I know we used to have public latrine. The only one that I really used to take note of is the one that when you're coming down from the bypass way there, between the bypass and the road coming down to where they had the Ministry of Information to the Mansion Road there, right between there, to the side of the police station there. They used to have one right in that corner there, between there. It's still there?
Oh,
no. So when
I know down Pastor community, right?
Yeah, they have one right between bypass and the road going to Mansion, right between there.
Nothing there. Nothing there.
Not bypass, but how they call the place there? Where they had a demonstration, the protest a few days.
Yeah, that's right there. That Charlatan Junction, coming down the hill, the old labor ministry there around there.
Yeah. Because I used to see people going there, even though myself I couldn't go there, but I used to see people going there. I used to work right in the office where they had the old health ministry there too by that time. But again, so that get one more scratch card. If you follow us, we're about to call another scratch card, the last 4 numbers of another scratch card. If you can remember this number and call it back when open the lines to take calls, you'll win yourself this scratch card. Give me 2 more phone numbers.
So we have 6041.
6041. 6041. Give me one more.
We have 7226.
7226. 7226. Give me one more.
We have 7945.
7945. All right. So we'll hold it there a bit. We still got more scratch card coming up, but we'll hold it here for a bit. And we're discussing the issues that had to do with Liberia. We talk about Deputy Minister Sano talk about the House of Representatives rules and link it to Yaga Cordoba, that the rules are correct and the people want to remove Yaga Cordoba. We shouldn't be fussed about it, that the House of Representatives doing the job. But the problem is, what fish you got to fry there, Daniel Sano?
Yeah.
It is a separate branch of government. You are in a separate branch of government. Are you not the Press and Public Affairs Director for the House of Representatives?
Yeah. Now he's at his name is Robert Hinn. So Robert Hinn will come to information, then you go there. Yeah.
And then you say, oh, we move the man. So are you seeing the president of the Republic of Liberia is the one that will remove Yaka Koruba?
That's why when people say the executive has, hands is the executive hands, they in this, and he said, no, not you. Because Tana Son made a thing that we removing. You know who?
Right. And he said they have freedom of speech and all that kind of thing. Then you're attacking the press. At the same time, you're attacking the press. When the press just told you that they are going on a serious tension under this government. And they are not allowed to do the job freely. Then you come up again, come and attack them and say that they are misleading the public, they are giving false information to the people, they are bought press. You can't do that, Daniel Sanders. You can't do that. You can't do that. Now, another thing Madam Ellen Johnson said, and I want to highlight, she said, besides all the things Daniel Sanders been talking, the Oma said again, she said, no, something is wrong with freedom of speech. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my saying, and he said something is wrong with freedom of speech. She said, listen, you don't have to like what somebody is saying. The same thing Mr. Cummings said. Cummings said, he said, you don't have to like what you hear from somebody, but the person has the right to hold their opinion and to say what they have to say on their minds. Let me bring my ANC girls here to remind us, who am I talking about right now?
For better future, support the Sakuni.
Mr. Cummings said it. Mr. Cummings said, he said, you don't have to like what you hear, but you have to allow people to have the opinion to express themselves. You can go punish people because of they're trying to express themselves. Let me have my ANC girls in again. If you want to join my ANC girls in, go down to Caddy Junction. We call it how do you call that road again? What a road, I think forgetting, but we have to carry Junction. ANC has the headquarters.
VP Road.
VP Road. ANC has the headquarters there. Go right there and then join our girls group. Listen to them again what they say about Cummings.
For better future, support the Sakuni.
All right, so go down the VP Road there. My girls are there. Go and join our girls group if you want to be part of this struggle to get Yaga Koruba to remove the former president Bouakai from office. I don't know how you can move former president, but the man stay in power. He said the man are former president. They got caught back get trouble. That probably get trouble. I saw I rescue all my. It's on a post. I didn't want to show it before they say somebody said I used that post on the show. She said she's still better. You got caught back.
Yeah.
You got that baby.
For better future, support the Sakuni.
All right, so Daniel Sano, in as much as all of the things you were saying there, even Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the former standard bearer of the Unity Party, and not only former standard bearer, but the doyen of the Unity Party has something to say also about free speech. Maybe you need to listen to your own party features.
Look, everybody will remember that in 2010, I signed something that says the independence of freedom of speech. Now, yes, freedom of speech carries with it certain responsibility of being able to protect the rights of others. But I don't think that one should be overly disturbed if people say things that are not really um, that are not really um, pleasure to individuals, particularly to leaders. And I certainly do not think it would be a reason for anyone to bear penalties, for freedom of speech. So I believe that in this particular case, there'll be many other ways to curb those who might get involved in sensational discussion, sensational expressions of other people. There are other ways to curb that. Yeah, but one should also observe that one has a right to say things in our country, or in any country. That's what, and the freedom of the press is something we must respect, because that's what makes good governance. That's what makes a country credible. That what makes a country advance with the support of others.
So she says certain key things. She said, President Booker, who served under me for 12 years as vice president, is aware that we passed a law in this country that supports freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Even though she didn't call his name directly, but she said, they know under my administration in 2010, we passed a law on freedom of expression, freedom of speech, freedom of the press. And so, in other words, it's that this government, this administration should understand clearly that it was under us that we try to promote freedom of speech. So how can we be the same people now to come back and start to try to manhandle people who try to express themselves freely? Let me show you what I'm talking about.
Because we are marching peacefully. It's our rights. And we will march. Arrest you will not keep our voice silent. Arrest us will not keep our voice silent.
Arrest us will not keep our voice. Manasseh said, look, we pass law in this country to make sure that what people say in the words are not innocent for you to go after them for. And then she said this. She said, when you uphold freedom of speech and freedom of the press, Donna Sando there, say all kind of funny things. She said, that's what shows you have a strong democracy. That's what shows you have a decent government. That's what shows that you are, you are on top of your game in governance structure. So why now is this government becoming so intolerant to the point where President Booker himself will get up and say all kinds of things concerning people who have diverse view on the issue of their own country? Like, why will you compare them to dogs? Because they hold a different view and say, don't listen to them.
Yeah.
Don't listen to them. They have different views from us. Don't mind them. Let's do our. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. So she said, listen, we are a decent country, and for us to remain decent as an international community, we need to respect the free speech. And she said nobody should be punished. And she was talking about Yeka Koroba.
Yeah.
Nobody should have that kind of rigid punishment because of the expression that she said you may not like what they say. And I saw her fighting for what you're trying to be diplomatic. You're trying to be diplomatic. Their own party now. So she tried to be careful. Other way she tried to be careful, but she just have to say it.
Yeah.
She have to say it.
It's bad. It's bad, it is bad. And she actually spoke she spoke like a leader.
Yeah.
For 12 years, Madam Salif condoned too many things. What Madam Salif took from the opposition then for 12 years, what will happen if the Unity Party, for example, under President Bouaka will be in power for 12 years? Even the radio stations now will be shut down. Journalists will not say anything. You just keep quiet now. If you want to speak, you won't say anything against the government, you have to get on plane and go to different country and start broadcasting from there. You can't be in Liberia, because if you speak and they know the station you're from, they start to locate your homes and what have you. You go home, they're telling you. yeah, then it becomes a problem. So the next thing you do, you get a friend now, because I mean, we journalists, we know that no story worth dying for, so we just keep low. Then the public becomes the victim
Right.
of what will happen. Yeah.
So we got 15 more minutes before we open the lines. 15 more minutes before we open the lines. You're listening to Primetime Conversation with Dr. Pearson and Jefferson Weah. And it's a pleasure being on your radio. If you're following us in Liberia on FM 95.9 KEAR Radio, I want to say it's a pleasure having you there. If you are a brother in Nima County that I say you got a speaker, you can put a big speaker outside with. I like that guy. I like that guy. That guy is a big fan. I think I was sending one t-shirt to that guy with Primetime symbol on the t-shirt, my man. You think it's possible in Liberia for us to send one t-shirt to the guy?
Yeah. It's possible.
Primetime Conversation on it.
Wow, we can put Primetime Conversation. Yes.
All right, so we're talking after the show. We're saying one t-shirt to my man. Now, my man, at least two. So one day they can wash the other one.
Yeah.
With Primetime Conversation on the t-shirt, no, we appreciate you, my brother. You can buy a name. You can buy a name.
I'm sure he will call this evening.
Yeah, if he call, we'll have to remember the guy's name. We'll have to remember a name. One of these days, we'll have to bring him on the show also, and to just appreciate him and tell him, look, we appreciate you that you are able to open up your phone. And he said follow us via his telephone, his Facebook page, and then he put a speaker on for people to listen. And this is why he's listening to it when he comes on the air. And then after this song, Jefferson will call the last 3 scratch cards before we open the lines.
Yeah, man. Welcome to Primetime Conversation, where the truth speaks and the people listen. From Cape Mountain to Maryland, from Nimba to Monrovia, the future calling Liberia. When the voices of the people start to rise, you can see the truth within their eyes. Too many years of struggle and pain, still the people dancing in the rain. But hope is growing in the land tonight, a new vision coming into sight. A servant leader walking with the crowd, speaking truth, humble but proud. This is Primetime Conversation, talking about the nation's transformation. From the villages to the city life, Liberia searching for what is right. Education for every girl and boy, healthcare bringing hope and joy. A stronger future we can see for every Liberian family. Hear the farmers calling from the field, waiting for the harvest that the land can yield. Technology knocking at the nation's door, young minds ready to explore. Electric power shining through the night, security standing for what is right. The economy rising for everyone, a new chapter has begun. This is Primetime Conversation, voices of the rising generation. Agriculture feeding every home, no more hunger, no more roam. From Cape Mountain down to Maryland shore, the people say we must do more. From Nimba Hills to Monserrado streets, the future and the people read. Now the people talking in the marketplace about a man who walks with steady pace, a leader with a vision for the land, reaching out with a helping hand. From humanitarian work to leadership call, standing strong when the people fall, talking about dignity, justice and trust, serving the nation because he must. Not for power, not for fame, but to lift Liberia's name. A vision rising clear and bright, leading the nation toward the light. Oh, Liberia, hear the cry. Let the children reach the sky. When the people stand as one, the victory has begun. The conversation starts tonight, speaking truth and shining light. Together we is Prime Conversation, voices of a hopeful nation. Education, health and peace, let the nation struggle cease. With strong leadership guiding the way, Liberia rising day by day. From every county hear the call, a better future for us all. Where Liberia speaks, the conversation continues.
The conversation continues where Liberia speak prime time conversation every Thursday on your radio in Liberia at 7 p.m. every Thursday. And if you're in the diaspora on the East Coast in the US, we are on at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Just convert that to any other time you're in, whether you're on the West Coast, in Central America, or you're in Europe, or somewhere in Africa. There we are on air 3 p.m. Eastern time, and GMT time is 7 p.m. So just make the conversion and you can join us anytime you have the chance. Before we open the lines, we got 9 more minutes before we open the lines. Jefferson, that call the balance, call 2 more numbers.
Okay, so let me get 2 numbers quickly. So we have 1308.
1308. 1308. So sometime, okay, 1308. All right, continue, sir.
And then we have 3992.
399. Na mapapi da ito ya para gaga ikabe boto negi na kapi ori no ma.
You only see one.
The man caught the first one. The second one, just one time, but I can't do all. How long less you're making? We know you're making that long less you're making. You can only win one.
Jeff first to get you that.
All right, that last card, one more card, we will keep it for the last. All right, before we open the lines, I want to tease you on this one, Jefferson. This one has been making headlines. I see a lot of people commenting on it on social media. I want to hear your own view on this. Some people condemning it to say that doing one thing over and over, looking to get the same results. But I mean, yeah, what you think?
Natural resources. That's what the waste we can reinvest. That's what we reduce the corruption.
Will you reduce your salary?
I would donate wherever the salary is for the president. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's public. But wherever it is, I will make it public and I would donate it to some charity.
You will not take a salary?
I will not take a salary.
Means you're on record?
I'm on record. I've been on record.
You will not take your salary as president?
I will not take my salary as president of Liberia. I will make it public where that salary is, and I will make it public where I will going to donate it to. I like education and STEM education, science, technology, engineering. I might allocate it to improve STEM or something. I don't know what it is, but I will not take a salary. We'll allocate it.
Anyway.
And that doesn't mean other people shouldn't take their salary because I've been blessed. So I'm not doing this for the money or whatever else. Other people need their salary, so I don't suggesting that because I'm not taking mine.
Mr. Cummings said he's blessed. So when he becomes president, he doesn't want the salary. But you were talking about corruption, right? You're talking about, look, they were asking, Jasmine asking him, so how are you going to get money to rather do things you want to do for Liberia when you become president? He said, look, we got to fight corruption and rather tackle corruption to the point where we can keep money and save money from corruption, and then using the Liberian people. Then that Justin got a bad guy. He went straight in the man's salary bin and said, "So what's up for your pay? You take pay." The man said, "Okay, I will not take my pay. I will give it towards a project, whether education or what, STEM education, whatever education project. I will give it for charity purpose because I have been blessed. I don't need." And some people condemn him for this. What do you make of it? You think it's something bad he's saying?
Well, the thing is, in fact, the name alone, the president, just you are a president of a nation. It comes with a whole lot of benefits. So I don't know the salary of a president. I don't know. I haven't heard, a fixed amount for a president. That the president takes this amount every month. So it's almost like you're cooking the food, you cook the soup. So I mean, before the soup goes out, you must taste the soup. Yeah, so you already know which one to take. I mean, so it can work, and that is a very good one. That a president who will come and just donate or divert his salary, whatever coming to his salary, to charity is a good one. If leaders were thinking in that direction, not getting luxurious and expensive vehicles, living the kind of life, because being a president alone, you already have a life now that, for example, any concession company, anybody who wants to come, the president, if they just announce you today, let's take for instance, when Joseph Boakai was announced winner of the elections. So the security details from George Weah now, they started to shift to Joseph Boakai because he was the president already of the nation. He was being declared before he was even soon into office. So you being a president, a whole lot, you got too many things. Your office budget alone, I mean, it's something. You got BP concession companies, B Mountains. You got B Mountain here. You got other companies and things that can just say, we go and visit the president. Oh, Mr. President. I mean, just imagine B Mountain say, Mr. President, let's crash car here. You know our thing there? Yeah, with the amount of minerals, the gold that B Mountain take, then we come to metal steel. President Boakai, Mr. President, here's a coffee. Do you know what is in our coffee? So, I mean, the presidency has a whole lot of benefits. So, Mr. Cummings says something, and if, like I said, if leaders were thinking in that direction, I mean, but now we're going far. So, it can work, but it will only work if we have a president that will just decide to say, I will not take my salary, I will live there. Don't be like Delon say, when I get there, why you laughing for that, obviously? You say, when I get there, I will get portion of my salary to Monrovia. I won't buy against you again. We don't even know that account that particular salary is going to. So,
you made some points there, because there are a few things we need to clarify. Number one, I saw somebody arguing, they said it's constitutional that the president should make a salary. So if he refuses a salary, then he'll be breaking the law. He's not saying he'll refuse the salary, he said he will reinvest it.
Yes, that's what he said.
Let's get that one clear. So he said he will reinvest. He said he will invest it in other projects. Which is supposed to be his own form of presidential project that Darius DeLong hired. All right.
Yeah. Another thing, he will give to charity. You know what I mean? Give to charity. That's the president's wish. That's his will. It is, I mean, another form of improving the people.
And it is something he's already doing. It is something he's already doing. It's not like it's not a President Boakai who are living alone.
In all fairness, everybody can see that, yes, Mr. Cummings is blessed. That is established. It's already established that he's a blessed man. Yeah.
So he's not breaking any law to say I will give my salary away, because what he's doing is that he's giving it to charity. Under the law, you are free to do anything you want to do with your salary, right?
Yeah.
I'm sitting here too, and I can use my salary when I take pay. I can use my salary to help people too. Like you see me buying scratch card, nobody pay me for it. You know, I doing my own kindness, right? And another thing again is that somebody said again, he said, beside him giving this stuff to somebody for free, they say other people lie before and you know they never keep their promises. But Mr. Cummings, I never lied to you before. Mr. Cummings is not one of those who will go and lie, right? Somebody will say, you know, look, I know President Boakai is humble. He riding wheelbarrow, like he said, he will now ride expensive car. He will ride wheelbarrow, and now he riding wheelbarrow. Wheelbarrow costing $1.2 million. Right?
So that's the cheapest wheelbarrow.
Just no put laughing really call it last time phone number. I call it last.
Yeah, but the last phone number, that's the cheapest wheelbarrow. We call it last phone number. Yeah, Lexus, very cheap Lexus. 3561.
3561.
Yeah.
3561. The wheelbarrow Lexus.
Yeah, the wheelbarrow Lexus. Bulletproof Lexus. Yeah, that's the Lexus. That's the wheelbarrow.
I mean, pull out Liberian people get traffic back. But I'll play this again for those who just joined us. And right after this, we'll open the lines, and then we'll take your calls. Just tell us what your views are on some of the issues. And then if you remember any of the scratch cards, last 4 numbers, call in and tell us what the 4 numbers are, and then you can win this scratch card.
Natural resources. That's what the waste we can reinvest. That's what we reduce the corruption.
Will you reduce your salary?
I would donate whatever the salary is for the president. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's public. But whatever it is, I will make it public and I would donate it to some charity.
You will not take a salary?
I will not take a salary.
Cummins, you on record?
I'm on record. I've been on record.
You will not take your salary as president?
I will not take my salary as president of Liberia. I will make it public what that salary is, and I will make it public where I was going to donate it to. I like education and STEM education, science, technology, engineering. I might allocate it to improve STEM or something. I don't know what it is, but I will not take a salary. We'll allocate it.
Anyway.
And that doesn't mean other people shouldn't take their salary, because I've been blessed. So I'm not doing this for the money or whatever else. Other people need their salary, so I don't suggesting that because I'm not taking mine.
I like balance it. You see, you're talking about the same time with other people. So,
Yeah.
Jefferson, when they make you foreign affairs minister tomorrow, or information minister, to your salary, yeah? They say you ain't talking about you. You're talking about other people. Okay, let's go to the lines. Let's hear off more people. Let's hear what they have to say. But Eddie Johnson came down hard today. Let's hear what they have to say.
Okay, so let me just announce. So the guy in Nimba who is, in fact, he just told us that we're on Bluetooth currently in Nimba County, District number 8 from Lao Tunudi Town there. And so his name is Fazari Shelton, Fazari Pekin Shelton. All right. So yes.
Let me just tell the man, look, I salute you, my brother. I salute you. And besides that, we'll send you 2 t-shirts with our logo on it. Let me show you how the logo looking. So you know what we're talking about. Let me pull out to the side. See the blue one on the side there? That's it. Prime time conversation. We'll send you t-shirt with those logos on it. So you can wear when you're airing us out there. And, you know, the same thing rest of my hair. They my red hair right here. They same blue with red, wearing blue. It will be in the t-shirts, and Jefferson will send it to you. All right, Jefferson, open the lines that here from our people. Let's get on these scratch cards.
077 959 959 077 0889 283938. Good evening.
Good evening, Jefferson, and good evening to Dr. Gazi.
Yes, your name and where you call from?
This is Shelton P. Given.
Oh, that's the minute first to call.
Now, I'm joining your conversation for district number 8 Loud to the
Shelton.
I mean, so I can't Liberia. I come straight to can't see you. I come straight to can't see you now. Nothing will stop it.
Yeah. I think I met you on Facebook already. You go on the live, you see my comment there. I think I met you already on Facebook.
Okay, Shelton, let's hear you before we go for chat.
Let me say thank you guys for the program, you know, this evening. And for the record, this program is getting big in my area. So yeah, every evening people move on, they find a guy. Oh, my man, poor level on a poor Tony on. So yeah, the program is getting big. But to the issue, people like Donald Sandro, I don't think they'll be minister, because these are some of the disgrace, you know, like what have as a minister, you know. Sometimes they make statements that against the office they are occupied, you know. Donald Sandro, they are not serious, to be honest. Recently, Yaka made a statement by saying, according to my sources, and the government, heard by President Joseph Yuma Bagali, to take action against him, and they expel Yaka. And now the VP made a statement by saying, with the exception of the army, in God, people can tell him, people can get up there. 2 to 3 persons in the country can cross into another country and catch a whole city. And the same legislature is doing nothing about it. But we see it on Facebook when they say, oh, they want speech, they want a speech, you know. So all of this government official to be a content creator to be serious, because they are not doing serious things. They take the Facebook more serious than the office they are occupying.
Okay.
Yes.
Shelton, take a shout out this question. Yeah, take a shot at the scratch card.
Okay, I'll go for the first one. 6084.
All right. You know, call again. Let him miss it. Let him miss it.
See that?
Say that. The main
no, I'm not getting you too clear.
You got him, man.
No, 6084. I've been keeping that number on here for a very long time.
Yeah, thank you. You got it, man.
Okay, thank you, man. Dollar Klein, I send you a message. Thank you for the program.
Okay, you want to call your number?
Oh, no problem. Yeah, 7.
Yeah.
84.
Yeah.
38.
Yeah.
30.
30. Okay. All right, Shaton.
All right.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Your name, where you join from?
Yeah, my name is David Momo, calling from Bonafide.
David Momo, you've been following the program.
Yeah.
Let's hear you. What's the contribution?
You know, Mr. Kumi is one of my best men I love him if you talk about Liberia. You know, I love him because you are so intelligent. You know, Kumi is someone I've talked, you always get a Liberian culture, but you always think about the Liberian people. You know, about Dana Sano used a statement. Let me remind you of the statement Dana Sano made before. When Fanny Cover was removed, he said our mission is complete. Go to a clip is there. Dana Sano, he said that information ministry there, he started as Dana Kumi. Dana Kumi said, excuse me, he shot away, he got 1%. He went as far, he saw that the former president, Eli Jones, Eric Jovia. But you know, we get a power. When the power rule, you see all the trades rule.
Okay.
So that's why you see nobody in this government tree. Our power, we're going to say, correct trading only. Our power, we're going to call your door. So, you know that word rescue, they don't know the meaning of rescue. Rescue means to the word, rescue and left. Because we can look at Henry Costa. If they put Henry Costa to look for money for him, then he will rescue. If he will rescue for, you know what I love people? If for him,
okay.
So it's come around, Mr. Kumi will kind of power to now. I am a citizen, but I'm going direct from Mr. Kumi because we're trying for the green every day and the product green can pay. So that I'll try Kazali.
Okay.
So just my family myself, from Mr. Kumi, and you will succeed. It'll come around.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, you want to try the scratch card? You want to try one scratch card?
Oh, too bad. He left. Hey, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
You missed the card.
Yes, too bad he left. So, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Let's hear you. Your name, where you join from?
Yeah, my name is Winston Tapla, calling from District 16.
Let's hear you from 16, Tapla. Go ahead.
Yeah, I listened to you and you analyze very well. You know, my issue having to do with the Unity Party, their intolerance about, you know, the way people see things and they talk it. You know, the former president put it very well. There are times that you listen to somebody who don't totally agree with you, but because you respect them, or there is a right for them to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. More especially, you have a former government that bring all those things together for you to go against it. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. It means if you can, you instructor, you get PhD, so long you disagree with the Unity Party, they consider you to be somebody who is stupid. That is, for me, that's one of the things I don't support them for.
Okay.
People that will teach, people that will educate on certain things. So you disagree with the Unity Party, they say, no, you're the most stupid person on the whole earth. You know, so it's not good.
Okay.
You want to try the scratch card? You want to try one scratch card?
So, for the number issue,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not listening, so I come in, I'll be calling anyone I get at 6041. I don't know where somebody call it already.
Call the number again, yeah?
Call the number, you say?
6041.
Okay. Call the number.
Oh, my number is 0776
776
17
17
66
66 or what?
double six.
Yeah, 66
80.
80. Okay, congratulations.
Okay.
All right, let's take this person. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, people, Jeff.
Hey, Prince Talibo.
Yeah, thank you for the recognition. Prince Talibo,
let's hear you.
People, Jeff, understand, and I'm meant to test you. The understanding of minister who go state on radio in state for the pen, Thursday, Tuesday, and Thursday on the press briefing, sort all leaders. That means started the former president we are even coming. So that means I meant to test you today. The understanding is not there. You get a privilege to do government work, not the end of your left. But the understanding always go stand for press briefing, just go and talk about the tapata. The understanding also now we see that young people listen to him and lead the king to see what the government is making progress in. But the understanding we tell our town go listen to the press briefing and talk and nothing good and care. The former president said, "Oh, the understanding just can't things there. Then what we listen, you see the debt. The debt on the house here." I know, we got people sitting there, the police doing nothing, the police go take money for the market women, and the market women has to pay the people, they put the debt, and nobody has to pay the debt. You pass me explain the debt, and make you sick. People just selling food. People say, see, they're talking about Aqua today, people selling food, I think, minister here, that's saying that they got to do nothing, she went after a capping in procure pastor.
Okay.
That's disappointing. You see everything the critics are trying to do in one side and here.
Okay, my brother. Thank you.
Take a shot at the scratch card. You want to try the scratch card?
Yeah, me try.
Okay.
It's too far.
Okay, no more.
People are pay attention to them. 076
76, yeah. 05 30 68
No, 30897
897 053 076
Yeah.
05 30 897.
Yeah. All right, thank you too.
Okay. Hello, yeah. Mohammed Donzo.
Yeah, Jeff, how you doing?
I'm okay. Let's hear you, my brother.
Yeah, how you doing to your panelists out there?
Thank you, brother.
Okay, Jeff, my name is Mohammed Donzo Fufana Jr., a pastor of Lofa County. Well, Jeff, I want to appreciate you and appreciate the panelists this evening, for a brilliant, conversation. Well, my name, I just want to say this on your platform this evening. Jeff, Dana Sando, really, to be frank, the Bwaka and the Union Party, this government is a wanted premises that, a person that, wanted for a premises to come to is a hard, girlfriend. Yeah, that's why I'm happy to Liberia. Because this government is not a government that really, that people wanted. It was just a mistake because these people that we call minister like Donald Sando, this guy just come on our platform that would pay our taxpayer money. So he just can't talk rubbish to the Liberian people. It is not fair to our people because our people suffer daily for to make that money, pay that tax, to the Liberian people. He just can't come out, he just say, just talk loosely, so this government is unwanted, penalty of wanted government to the Liberian people.
Okay.
And I just want to say this, Mr. Kwame, you guys are, people are getting Mr. Kwame, for the presidency. To be frank to you guys this evening, Mr. Kwame,
Oh, too bad we lost him there. Too bad we lost Donzo. We lost you, Donzo. Good evening.
Where?
Your name and where you joined from, quickly.
My name is small. I join most people.
Let's say you, Nelson, quickly, 1 minute.
President, thank you for the discussion. On the line of Daniel Sano, if Liberia was a single country, not become minister. Because Daniel Sano, before he get a minister job, he all remember that the mayor said that anybody installed this the press, so he will install the president back. So Mayor Daniel Sano, we don't need to waste our time to listen to him talking about things. And on the line of the country, he said, these people, they will be in a car passing, they get to see how the country is doing. What they care about is that the car Korea might get on it out, they get market power, that's what all the air about.
Okay. All right.
Do you want to try the scratch card?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, 65, 35, this one.
Call your number.
775.
775.
61.
61.
Yeah, 61.
Yeah.
93.
93.
26.
26. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Let me get this person. Hello.
Hello.
Your name and where you call from?
My name is Andrew from Monrovia, New Jersey.
Okay, Andrew. Quickly, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you for the topic, but I just called to try on the scratch card.
Okay.
Yeah, give it a try. Give it a try, my man. No problem.
Okay. 7945.
All right, number quickly.
0772
772
99
99
77
77
81.
81. Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah. Welcome.
Okay. Hello?
Hello, Mansisi?
Yeah, ba.
Oh, how you doing? Welcome.
All well, thank you.
Okay.
This is my children in the diaspora.
Yeah, little you get we hearing you. You good, you good, you good.
So my son there, I miss you, man.
How are you?
How you good time?
So, okay, I can't get it, man. I think the party of the video.
You hearing him?
I said, how you good time?
Listen, I'm asking you.
I said, how is you good time?
Oh, no, I ain't good time. It's our time, man. I ain't good time.
All right, how Claratan?
That's super. We here. They're
Okay.
doing it here. It's talking about water.
Let's hear you, Mansisi. Go ahead.
Mansisi.
Yeah.
Dana say Monrovia clean the brush you.
Well, why you say, but man, it's a Mario thing. It's a Mario thing. They filthy. Oh, you get that one? People that Daniel Sano there, I don't get experience. I don't get here for Daniel Sano there. They men that were paying for Minister Lawrence, getting it from place to place. But she's going on her deputy that he can hold it there for her. So, like, what made you get that job? Don't put that Daniel Sano there and they know what they're over there for. Before yourself, responsible government. You see everybody in the country when they talk. Instead of coming to tell everybody the things are going on in the government, but you guys start insulting people. And you see, they are doing the rest people when they say very American and rule government are there yet. When they say rule from the father to the mother to the children, all of them rule very Americans. And they think they're running a good government. That is bad for them. When you say anything, they go after you. You see, they can tell anybody in this country. When you're wrong, we say it. We don't care about it, no problem. But when you do the wrong thing, the door, then we back. It's a butter. You know, you're the people for like 40 power. People 45 for like minister or director. Oh, then they are there. They go to the country. They never put in the team, but you see, and they say, oh, the country is clean. What made the country clean? What did they clean? Man, they say the country is big and dirty and filthy out. You don't do nothing about it. But some people in the country and she's doing the right thing. They think they message to the water. I think the pastor said, Austin radio. That you got 3 men like that enter all of the country and hold them and kill people, but you don't say you sending it. That is good. What you say when I'm wrong. But all of them you say it's going to be wrong, right? You're taking that for the parliament. And see that the rest is sending people for yourself. But tomorrow will come to you. I say that thing here. We'll not get tired talking. And that's actually everybody in the country.
Okay. Call your phone numbers. Which one you going for? Which card you going for? You tell the number down. The last 4 digits.
Oh, I'm going to lose up about if I will get it now. Look up about always give it to me.
Call hey, which one you get?
I'm going to last 7. No, sir, last 7.
Now, who knows she calling you? Now, who knows she calling?
No,
I'm calling for Luther.
No, the number that we call, the ones that we call, yeah.
The one you call?
Yeah, the one that we call. We call 4 numbers, 4 numbers each from one card.
But I'm calling now. I call my own number.
Oh, okay. You're not listening. You get that one.
Yeah, I get it.
You say how you call it? You say what?
I said 147.
No.
No, man, see that one. Dana Sano took that one on the list, man.
Yeah.
All right, no problem. No problem. No problem. I get problem.
Okay.
But no, Bell was good for me. He can't tell me that. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Let's take this person. Good evening.
Good evening.
Your name, where you call from?
I'm Pedro. We are calling from my dad's school.
Let's say you, Pedro.
Yes. My point is about the city police.
Okay.
They are not doing anything in the city on a serious note. Everywhere in the city is dirty. And I can get right on. One time they hold me behind finance for unity to a place that I'm not supposed to unity, but the place was messed up. The place was bullshit. They both came me to Agnon City Depot. They said that they charged me $30 a pound. It was just show. It was so good. When I have my the nurse to get with me, I was dead. You know the mother when you ride for can get it clean. Yeah, so the father I had to go and that they pin up police station because they told me to take my class. Let anything get serious. I had to go on before they look at me for them and say no, I don't get anything for them, man. So they put me up that.
You too, man. You supposed to be there, but the city will talk at least to build public latrines and things. Yeah.
I know that I was one of the people there. For one, the problem there, I was very dead and the play was.
I know it was embarrassing. I know how embarrassing it was.
It was embarrassing. So it's a shame to the country.
Okay.
If you invite guests in the country and they see the city like that, they will be like, wow, this is Liberia. It's the capital city of the country. You know, they will be like, carry bad name for the country. And my second topic is concerning the ANC leader. Okay. But the statement I made, if he take power, he will not take his salary. It's not that bad, but for the way I look at the same sweet talk is about girl he came to power today. He say you're never going to ride physical and go back to 2 bullet pizza. Everybody gets it in the country. So in the beginning, I statement it's not really bad, but sometimes people look at the other way that the other people use the same statement, such statement that they don't come to power. So maybe it may not be true or it may be true. But for me, I don't really get problem with a statement I made.
Okay.
Thank you, my brother. You want to try the scratch card?
You want to try to...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, I will try on 7226.
7226. Okay. Call your number.
088.
088. 19. 62.
887.
887. 1962887.
Yeah, that's my number.
Okay.
Man, one more thing before you go. Don't be down there again.
Okay. I know I can make that mistake because when they say my answer to the state, the people are the last and people in there, boy, so it's not joke.
Okay.
If you about there, boy, you won't be there anywhere, will you?
Okay.
So I'll be there anywhere now, I'll be careful.
Okay. Thank you. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes. Please work away from your monitor. Your name, where you call from?
I'm Patience MJ Flomo, calling from around the Hadro.
Okay, Patience from around my coffee. Let's hear you.
Yes. My take is on the trade that is in the city. The city is very dirty. Even when you passing the tiger powder, when they sing from it, that sickness, that pollution right there.
And right now, the city police were using pickup to collect the people market instead of collecting tax. But now they're using KEAR motor to collect the people market. When they grab the whole wheelbarrow, chonge the scratch car bus, chonge in the KEAR motor, you will not be able to get your market when it makes up. So Eddie is not lying. My Eddie is not lying. The city is very stink.
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay. You want to go for the scratch card?
Yes.
Call your number. Which one you chose?
6391.
5391. Wait. All right.
5391.
Yes, sorry. I said
6391.
Okay, yeah. Okay, call your number quickly, man. 770
93 68
75. Okay, thank you.
Thank
you. Okay. We take few more calls. We take few more on 777-959-959-0889-283938. Welcome. Hello, your name, where you call from?
Yeah, I'm Clara Venus. I call from the Oro.
Okay, from Oro. Let's hear you, man.
Yeah, I would like to appreciate you guys for your conversation video. But also, I would like to raise certain concern as it relates to the that issue on the street.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Liberia, when it comes to criticism, most of us, we criticize and then we don't.
Oh, too bad. You left the line. Yeah, I didn't cut you off. Well, let me get.
Sorry, miss you.
Mr. Realist.
How are you, sir?
Yes, we're good.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Fine. So, and people that don't know, the people, look, that the man first time having the kind of big dog, calling minister, so the man so pumper. So they stay thinking that they are one of the powerhouse at University of Lab. Those things that are, when they mention information minister, is to propagate the information of the government. But not so. The man who is there to insult, is there to say things, even some of the things I believe that he can say. It's not the government can tell him. I believe he just says things by himself and for his own mind. So this thing will
No. The man speaking for the government. That place where you stay over there, the government. Yeah, that the government man speaking for.
The reason I say I believe that he will speak for the government is that if government can give those kind of information to you to speak to the public, then who you think who you are. That means the government you see tomorrow to spot you young men. Tomorrow you go out of track because of the way you want to portray yourself. People look at you after they 6 years, you don't even know whether you'll be around. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you still want to do this thing. About for Mr. Cummings, therefore, can you imagine how the membership card of Mr. Cummings here?
Okay.
As a young idol council and KEAR. I have it here. But then you see, people who have knowledge, they cannot get access to Google people like Cummings there, if I had access to Cummings, I would have advised him in the sense that at the time 2023, I would have told him, give your support to President Weah. That President Weah go for the second stage. The place open. Because the constituent that he has, those are the constituent now with President Weah. Today, the second option was Mr. Cummings. So, as long as President Weah in that range, my brother, that one may be very, it will be hard. The constituent for Mr. Cummings is one person we are having.
Okay.
It's in solidarity.
Okay.
So we know how access to it to our phone. Thank you.
All right. You want to go for your shot? The 4 digits? Oh, he left the line.
I think we're out of time.
Yeah, we're out of time already. Yeah.
Right?
Sure, we are out of time.
Yeah, so if we can keep in time, then can you just tell me your parting word before I leave you tonight?
Well, it has been a wonderful show, and every Thursday, primetime conversation. Let's keep the city clean. Daniel Sano, do not be on the defensive all the time. Propagate the issue. Tell the Liberian people what the government is doing. Madam Sally said the city is dirty. You should have told the Liberian people what you need to do, what you would do. Okay, we'll get to the city mayor. He needs to tell us. He got to carry why the city is dirty. That's what we expected from Daniel Sano. But again, we'll be here tomorrow, 11 o'clock. The weekend's edition is the weekend review. Will be here with Adam Gibson. So it has been a wonderful time, Dr. Pearson.
Yep, and I'm Dr. Pearson. It was a nice time being in your living room on your radio. Jefferson, get them safe. And we'll say bye-bye from Primetime Conversation. LIB Future TV, KEAR Radio 95.9. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.
LIB, stand up. Take me back to Liberia, where the drums still play my song. Take me back to my homeland. It's the place where I belong.
LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.